rustic flower garden nestled in the front yard of a lakeside home is a scene of pure serenity. It combines the charm of nature's untamed beauty with a sense of thoughtful design, creating a space where every flower, pathway, and decorative detail harmonizes with the surroundings. The seating area is the heart of the garden, offering a place to relax and take in the beauty of the surroundings. Adirondack chairs are a classic choice for lakeside homes, combining comfort, durability, and timeless appeal. Today's featured product, the folding Adirondack chair, is a perfect addition to such a setting. Crafted with a wooden texture and SGS tested for durability, this chair is designed to withstand extreme conditions, from intense sunlight to heavy snow, salty air, and coastal winds. It requires minimal maintenance and resists fading, making it ideal for outdoor use. The built-in cup holder adds a practical touch, allowing you to enjoy a drink as you unwind. With just a damp cloth, the chair stays clean and ready for use, making it an effortless addition to your rustic garden. If you're interested, the link to this chair is in the video description. The beauty of a rustic flower garden lies in its simplicity. It isn't about precision or formality. Instead, it celebrates the natural, imperfect elegance of wildflowers, weathered wooden features, and pathways lined with stone or gravel. Such a garden not only enhances the visual appeal of a lakeside home but also creates a peaceful retreat for relaxation, reflection, and connection with nature. The foundation of a rustic flower garden begins with choosing the right flowers. Perennials like coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, and Shasta daisies thrive in such settings, providing vibrant pops of color year after year. Mixing these with fragrant blooms like lavender or sweet alyssum adds a sensory dimension, filling the air with delightful scents. Incorporating native plants not only supports local ecosystems but also ensures your garden thrives with minimal maintenance. When designing a rustic garden, texture plays a significant role. Pairing the softness of flowers with the ruggedness of natural materials like weathered wood, aged metal, and rough stone creates an enchanting contrast. Wooden arbors, trellises, or simple benches become not only functional elements but also aesthetic features that invite moments of pause and contemplation. pathways are another defining element of a rustic flower garden. Opt for materials that blend seamlessly with the environment, such as gravel, stepping stones, or reclaimed bricks. Meandering paths encourage exploration, leading visitors through pockets of blooms and opening up new views at every turn. Framing these paths with low-growing flowers or grasses softens the edges and creates a cohesive flow. Incorporating water features adds another layer of charm and tranquility. A small pond, bird bath, or fountain serves as a focal point, attracting birds, butterflies, and other wildlife. The gentle sound of water provides a calming ambience, enhancing the overall sensory experience of the garden. Decorative elements play a subtle but impactful role in tying the garden together. Items like vintage lanterns, wrought iron planters, or even a weathered wheelbarrow repurposed as a flower bed add a sense of history and character. These details make the garden uniquely yours, reflecting personal tastes while complementing the natural surroundings. Seasonal planning is essential for a garden that evolves beautifully throughout the year. In spring, bulbs like tulips and daffodils awaken the garden with vibrant colors. Summer brings an abundance of blooms, while fall introduces rich hues of chrysanthemums and asters. Even in winter, elements like evergreen shrubs or dried seed heads provide texture and interest, ensuring the garden remains captivating year-round. Lighting transforms a rustic flower garden into a magical retreat as the sun sets. Solar-powered lights or string lights woven through trees and arbors create a warm, inviting glow. Lanterns placed along pathways not only enhance safety but also add a romantic touch. The interplay of light and shadow in the evening enhances the garden's natural charm, making it a perfect spot for quiet evenings or gatherings by the lake. Low-maintenance gardening techniques allow you to spend more time enjoying the space and less time tending to it. Mulching is an effective way to retain soil moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate temperature. Drip irrigation systems deliver water efficiently to plant roots, ensuring consistent hydration without overwatering. Choosing drought-tolerant plants reduces reliance on irrigation, making the garden more sustainable and easier to care for. A rustic garden is also an opportunity to attract and support local wildlife. Planting flowers that provide nectar for pollinators like bees and butterflies encourages biodiversity. Adding birdhouses or feeders invites feathered visitors, while a simple pile of rocks or logs creates shelter for beneficial insects and small animals. The garden becomes not just a visual delight but also a thriving ecosystem. One way to elevate a rustic lakeside garden is by incorporating natural transitions between the garden and its surroundings. Using native grasses, moss, and shrubs as a buffer between the garden and the lake creates a seamless flow that feels organic and intentional. Plants like ornamental grasses, cattails, and sedges mimic the textures of the shoreline while providing habitat for local wildlife. harmonious blend of cultivated beauty and untouched nature. Wildflowers remain a cornerstone of rustic charm. Their unrestrained growth and diverse colors reflect the essence of a rustic aesthetic. Instead of planting them in neat rows, consider grouping wildflowers in clusters or drifts. This mimics how flowers naturally grow in the wild, enhancing the organic appeal of the garden. Add taller varieties like hollyhocks or foxgloves to create height and visual interest, while shorter flowers like marigolds or alyssum can serve as ground cover. Seasonality brings a new dimension to a garden's personality. Planning for seasonal blooms ensures that the garden offers something unique throughout the year. In spring, daffodils, tulips, and hyacinths awaken the space with bright, cheerful colors. Summer ushers in lush blossoms like zinnias, cosmos, and sunflowers, while autumn's golden hues come alive with chrysanthemums and ornamental kale. Winter may seem dormant, but evergreens, dried hydrangea heads, and snow-dusted seed pods keep the garden captivating even in the coldest months. Lighting plays an essential role in highlighting the garden's beauty across all seasons. During the warmer months, soft solar lights or lanterns create an inviting atmosphere for evening strolls. In winter, string lights wrapped around arbors or shrubs add a festive touch, turning the garden into a glowing wonderland. Using warm-toned lighting enhances the rustic aesthetic, casting a cozy glow that complements the natural textures of the space. Structural elements like gazebos, pergolas, or arbors add depth and function to a rustic garden. A wooden gazebo positioned to overlook the lake can become a focal point, offering a shaded spot to enjoy the view or host gatherings. Trellises adorned with climbing plants like clematis, wisteria, or ivy create vertical interest and a sense of enclosure, transforming the garden into a private retreat. The edges of the garden are often overlooked but hold incredible potential for creative design. Softening boundaries with cascading plants like creeping thyme or prostrate rosemary adds a touch of whimsy, making pathways and borders feel like they've been gently reclaimed by nature. Incorporating rustic fencing made of split logs or woven branches adds a subtle frame to the garden without detracting from its wild charm. A rustic garden can also be a functional space. Incorporating an herb garden into the design adds utility without sacrificing aesthetics. Herbs like lavender, mint, and rosemary thrive in a lakeside environment and double as culinary ingredients or natural fragrances. Planting them in reclaimed wooden crates or clay pots keeps with the rustic theme while providing easy access for harvesting. Another practical addition is a garden workstation. A weathered potting bench not only serves as a workspace for gardening tasks but also adds character to the garden. Decorate it with small potted plants, vintage gardening tools, or a set of terracotta pots to make it a charming feature in its own right. The lakeside setting of the garden brings unique opportunities and challenges. The proximity to water creates a humid microclimate that can benefit certain plants but also requires vigilance against mold or pests. Choosing salt-tolerant plants is essential for gardens near coastal lakes, where salty breezes can affect vegetation. Ornamental grasses, junipers, and hydrangeas are excellent options for such conditions. The charm of a rustic flower garden extends beyond its aesthetic appeal. It becomes a living, breathing ecosystem, supporting pollinators, nurturing biodiversity, and seamlessly blending with its lakeside environment. With thoughtful planning and creative touches, the garden evolves into a space that tells a story, one of coexistence with nature, seasonal transformations, and cherished moments. The role of pollinators in a rustic flower garden is invaluable. Bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds are not only beautiful visitors but essential partners in maintaining a thriving garden. To attract them, plant nectar-rich flowers like echinacea, bee balm, and salvia. Incorporating milkweed provides a habitat for monarch butterflies, while tubular blooms like honeysuckle draw in hummingbirds. The presence of these creatures adds movement, sound, and life to the garden, creating a dynamic scene that feels alive and connected to the surrounding environment. Incorporating movable elements adds flexibility to the garden's design. A rolling garden cart or wheeled planter allows for seasonal adjustments, making it easy to move plants to sunnier or shadier spots as needed. These elements also provide opportunities for creative displays, showcasing seasonal flowers, herbs, or decorative items that reflect personal style. Seasonal transformations are part of the magic of a rustic flower garden. Each season brings its own palette, textures, and atmosphere, keeping the space dynamic and ever-changing. Spring bursts forth with fresh greens and pastel blooms, signaling renewal and growth. Summer's lush, colorful displays create a lively and energetic ambience, while autumn introduces warm, earthy tones and the crunch of fallen leaves underfoot. Even winter has its charm, with bare branches, frost-covered grasses, and the quiet elegance of snow-draped evergreens. Picture a lakeside garden blooming with wildflowers, rustic charm, and serene beauty, a space where nature and design come together in perfect harmony. Ready to create your own lakeside sanctuary?